we planned to do Monarch, which is obviously what we're doing tonight, but as we were setting up, I noticed like, oh, now there's Broken City, now there's Dark Sky, now there's all these videos popped up from this weekend, and it's like, well, I guess we'll just stick with Monarch, keep it steady, and then we'll get to those groups. But a problem of I'm surprised. Like, I don't think we got this much early season stuff last year, did we?
I don't remember. Probably not.
We got a few things. Like, I know we were waiting on
Broken City out early.
Yeah, we were waiting on. I think Infinity. We were waiting on until like way later in the season. Just like nothing that we liked in terms of like the video itself came out. We felt was usable. But yeah, we're watching Monarch today. I mean, I sampled this a little bit. They're good.
This will be a pretty true reaction for me. I haven't really watched any of their stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think too hard about it, but I just saw the video pop up. Link to the original videos in the description. It's by Michael Spooner. I think he was marching actually around when you and I were marching. I think he was a quad player at Cavaliers, maybe a snare drummer. I could have that wrong. But yeah, he uploaded a video to his YouTube channel, which is great. I've said it before. I think all groups should have somebody in their tech staff or an admin person. Just turn your iPhone sideways and put it on your all's channel. You don't need to edit it. Just put it out there. Let people get invested, but that's a whole different rant. But yeah, welcome everyone to Aged Out Reacts with the two hosts of the Aged Out podcast, Michael Fantini and
Evan Worrell.
And Facebook, Instagram, go follow over there, never miss an update. Patreon.com/AgedOutPodcast, or right here on YouTube, hit the join button to support us financially. And obviously, of course, like, comment, and subscribe, like only half of you are from our analytics. Maybe if I keep calling it out in enough videos, but whatever. So you've seen nothing of Monarch so far this year, right?
I think I saw like a short clip on Instagram, but I haven't had a chance to watch really any of it. So
all right, this will be interesting then.
Yeah, pretty straightforward
let's
reaction.
Jump right in and see what we think.
Lots of different metered rolls.
That's
double stroked figures. Those drums sound gorgeous.
I was about to say that, actually.
I mean, I just love the Pearl regular Black Max.
That didn't take long.
Combo. The Black Max, not the Suede Max, but just the crisp Black Max. Just so great.
I just want to point out that's a unique snare phrase just in the fact that the tempo. It's a very like mid-range tempo where they're not like burn-in notes, and maybe it's probably, I'm just guessing here, probably not like the main snare feature, but you normally don't. It's ballsy because you've got to hold on in that awkward middle tempo zone to those triplet and eighth note 5 rolls, and when they have one that was a molar, a Mac roll in there that like super high attack, and you got to hold on to that all the way down out to the edge and place every one of those double strokes. So that's actually a ballsy way to do a snare moment like that, especially the drums are tuned gorgeously. So let's get that one more time and then we'll let it keep rolling. Just
there's a lot of change in like the pressure in the front of the hands that's not like super tight, probably pretty relaxed, but
yeah. Yeah, like that speed roll right there.
Yeah, that one. Not super fast.
Not slow, though, either at the same time, you know.
Ooh, like the bell work.
I like those triplets in there. The feel
really
of it.
Playful. Bass phrase out of nowhere.
Very exposed edge rolls.
A lot of smooth roll quality. Soft.
Those one count quad rolls in there felt playful too, like those triplets in the front.
Nice. Some Boogadas lasers in there, hand-to-hand, a little bit of
Okay,
everything.
hold on. That phrase was building beautifully. We'll let it play out here in a second, but they opened that phrase with slow stick control book reports, like at the edge. Like there's some like subtly ballsy things written in here so far. Here we go.
Into the threes.
That was a unique transition to the quad moment too. That's cool. Ensemble-y, very vertically written, but not overly done. Not overly so. It worked.
Oh, doubling up the marimbas. I was wondering what they were doing.
Yeah.
Challenging stuff in there. Environmental challenges.
Yeah, just moving around like crazy within the form.
Sometimes, though, I'll let this finish.
It's a long base moment right there.
Yeah,
base
I was gonna say
moment,
long,
very long.
Trying to let it finish, but sometimes though with those, and you know, Broken City does that really well too. But they do that kind of like that maneuvering. You're rotating physically and also rotating and changing your drum facing. Sometimes though, I wonder if that stuff like just makes it harder to read because obviously this is early on. So
It's early, yeah. I know what you're saying.
It, but you know, just so much environmental change. I'm like,
when you're doing all that environmental shifting around, like you gotta, I don't know, somebody that's a bass drummer, like tell me if that makes it harder for to like balance from player to player within runs and splits. I would think it would, because your ears are constantly in different directions and stuff, like balancing with the players around you, just like you would have difficulty with that in a snare line or a quad line.
Right.
I would imagine it would be similar, but someone that marched bass drum, let us know because I'm curious. But yeah, it's a very long moment, a front bass moment, and like they just kept going and going, and but never felt like it overstayed its welcome. I'm interested to see
what's going on with the front too. Like with are they like maneuvering around the keyboards at the time? Are they like trading spaces? You know, spots. Well, maybe something playful there too.
We dropped the ball again, and we don't know what their show title is either. I feel like we've said in all the three videos we've done so far this year, we haven't known the show title when we watch them. But
yeah, see if I can look it up real
we
fast.
definitely do our homework. But no, there's a little bit left in the video, like a minute and 20 seconds left, which we'll get to here in a second. But while you're looking that up, but I get last year's
the Giver, Giver.
Okay, interesting. I get a more. I feel like Monarch always goes for not always. I don't want to put him in a box like that, but like has more subdued shows. A little more. I don't know if ethereal is the right word, but less just like aggressive drums in a gym. They go for a little bit more of a subtle approach to it. I get the vibe of that again from the battery writing so far. I don't get any moments that are like angry drumming.
Right. Like a more refreshing. I don't want to say that other things aren't, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's definitely a change in pace from what you kind of get beat over the head with all the time with some drum shows.
Yep. And I get that same vibe again this year like last year. Could be totally wrong. There could be some super angry moment coming up here in a minute, but you know.
Did they have a flute in their show last year? I'm like,
a flip?
Flute.
Oh, flute. I think so, actually. Oh, did you hear the boards layer on the end of that phrase?
Yeah.
In case you all didn't, I'll back up like 10 seconds. This is another really, really long segmental moment. Like super long quad moment. The bass moment was super long. They had a very long snare moment in last year's show. So like,
Yeah, and then lining all that up too with the front, like the tom parts, the rack parts, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Here, we'll just get
Kind
the
of
whole
those
quad
little
runway
accent
again.
punches.
Here we go. Get the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool moment.
Pulled the rug out from under us here.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that's what they were going to
Yeah.
run away. It's a pretty distinct.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool. I like this arrangement of this.
Got
Great
us.
sticks in.
Amazing.
Yeah, like the runaway there. Obviously, it's got a pretty distinct do-do-do-do-do-do in the original version, but I like how it gave you hints of that. But the metric change up to make it a little bit more like, ooh, this is unique. Yeah, I like that arrangement so far.
Yeah. It's just go ahead.
The only thing I sometimes miss from their shows, which you kind of said their shows are sometimes more of a chill vibe. Sometimes I do miss, which obviously there's still more to come. Some of those like flam vocabulary things, like right now play some like rip some like cheesichetas or something or some inverts.
Yeah. No, you and I've said it on here many times. Like we're on the same page with that sentiment, and I think we said the same thing about that long snare moment I mentioned from last year's show was pretty choppy. Like there was some tough, faster rolls in there, and just like some more beef to it. But and again, this was a 4-minute video. A show is longer than 4 minutes. There's more to it, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we'll see. We'll see if they sprinkle some of the sauce in there or if they keep it kind of chill and laid back for most of the show.
They play delicate really well.
Yes. They have a very good low end, like soft hands, low end. And
all that stuff's super exposed, obviously, like you said, segmentally written where it's very digestible, so you can't hide either.
No.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, and despite the weird, awkward tempos and making you hold on at certain roll speeds and stuff, and like playing that medium tempo book report on the attack. Now the guy was dutting his butt off going into it, understandably so, but you still got to have that hand pressure correct right away from the get-go, and a lot of difficulty baked in that I feel like the average viewer may not pick up on. Just some people may look at the book and be like, "Oh, the book's easy," and it's like, well, there's a lot of subtle difficulties in there if you look a little closer and kind of read between the lines. So yeah, I'm curious to see what the show is on the floor. I'm sure we'll get it. I don't even know. First regional is like early March usually, right?
I think there's a regional this weekend. There's 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, another Dayton regional, Knoxville, and there's another one. I don't know if they're on the Flow stream. I have to.
The Dayton regional's already happening?
Yeah, it's early.
Real early.
There's like nobody going though.
Oh, well, no one's probably ready for a regional yet, or very few people are. They're like, that's real early. Interesting. Oh well, whatever. No, we're fans of Monarch. Can't wait to see the show on the floor and see where they progress throughout the season. Also, kudos to Mikey Spooner for uploading this from his phone so we can all follow the group. Like all the rest of you techs out there and stuff, just turn your phone sideways and put it on your all's YouTube channel.
I'm out there.
The YouTube channel for the ensemble, not even your own personal, or both. Doesn't matter. Let us follow the progression of the group week to week. It'd be super cool. All right. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, comment, like, subscribe, podcast on podcast services, Patreon, and join button here on YouTube. And we'll probably do Broken City next. That video just dropped from this weekend. Sometime later this week. We'll see. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll see everybody in the next one.
Peace.